It may seem hard to believe, but this beautiful little creek and waterfall behind me lies smack dab in the middle of downtown DFW. Today's mission, fish 5 ponds and catch 5 fish. I'm gonna bring you guys along with to show you some of the amazing fishing opportunities that lie within our back door. I know a lot of the people that watch my content don't get the luxury of being able to fish as much as I do. And my hopes today is to show you how there's amazing little waterways like this that are teeming full of life and fishing opportunity. And that is of course what we plan on doing at this very moment. So we're at the first location right now, which might I add is very picturesque. It's hard to believe that this natural creek that's flowing behind me right now actually cuts its way through the urbanscape of DFW, but you'd be surprised at some of the spots that we're gonna check out today. And some are a little bit more urban than others, some a little bit more natural, such as this. This is gonna be a fun little video. I've got 2 rods rigged up, a finesse setup, a big swim bait, my backpack full of Guggen gear, and we've got the will and the ambition to hopefully get some strikes and some bites and show you guys how epic these fisheries can be. Without further ado, wieners, let's get it cranking. Wow, this is cool. I haven't been here in forever. It's probably been years since I've been here. Starting off today with the big swim bait. This first location that we're at is very clean. Like the water is like gin clear almost. And with that, I want to throw a big glide bait, see if I can entice an aggressive fish to start the day. This glide bait I'm throwing right. Oh, I just got hit. Oh my God, that was a nice one. I just got absolutely throttled. He's still on it. Oh my God, there's tons of fish on me. I have a ton of fish on me. Oh my gosh, I just got hit. There's like 2 bass underneath this swim bait right now. 3, there's 3 bass. Oh my gosh, they're not very big. They might be a little too small to eat this, but they're checking it out. Still underneath me. He hit the head of it where there wasn't any hooks. That was nuts. They're just right down there. I might be able to catch those guys on a wacky worm. That fish is a lot bigger than I thought. Let's see if we can get him on the wacky worm. Dude, what a way to start the morning. I'm sure you weren't able to pick it up on the GoPro, but I had a legion of like 1 to 2 pound bass coming up for this big glide. This is one of my favorite pond lures. Actually, we just filmed a video recently where we were throwing big crazy lures, and this is one of the ones that we were catching a lot of fish on. So I decided to bring it over to some different ponds today. Wow, that was a nice bass. I'm gonna follow up on those fish with a little tiny finesse worm, see if that dupes them. See if we can get them on something a little more finessey. The swim bait's good, but you do need a certain size fish to fully commit to a bait like that. Whereas the wacky worm lunker log, that's a bait that can catch anything from 10 inches to 10 pounds. Our goal today is just to catch at least 1 fish per spot, no matter the size. Obviously we want bigger, bigger's better, but even if we just get a couple bites. Oh, I think I just got hit. Just dropped it. They weren't duped by the worm. Oh my God, there's one. Oh no! Another one. I'm on. There we go. Good one, dude. Good one on the swim bait. He came back for it. Good one. On the big swimmer. Oh, it's a nice one, dude. Oh my God, it's a giant. This is a giant for this pond. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Come here. Stay out of that. Dude, that's a nice fish for this little water. Look at the size of this thing, dude. Freaking 4-pounder. Come here. Come here. Come here. I got you. I got you. Dude, let's go. Let's freaking go. Woo! That is an unbelievable first catch for our first spot. We just stepped out in the sun so you guys can get a good look at this beautiful bass. A freaking almost 5-pounder in a skinny little urban creek. It's so funny. So many people just underestimate these spots and don't think that there's anything big living in them or anything living in them at all. But here's a perfect example as to why it's important to go check out some of these hidden little waterways. I'm sure people drive over this creek every day and think, I wonder if there's anything that lives there. Only one way to find out, and that is to fish them. Wow, he absolutely demolished that swim bait. Got him unhooked. Look at that fish. Holy moly. Freaking 5-pounder. First fish of the day too, on the giant glide. Incredible stuff. This right here is why we explore hidden urban oases. So dope. One last gander at this fish. We'll send her back. This is the most important part of any catch in these tiny little ecosystems. It's the release. The only way you yourself can come back and enjoy these waters and also leave it for other anglers alike is to put these fish back. If you don't release them, if you don't send them back where they live, then the ecosystem loses a vital component that makes these fisheries so awesome. There he is, he's just sitting right there. What's even crazier is that might not even be the biggest fish in this little stretch. I mean, we'll throw the drone up just to give you guys a perspective, but this is not a big body of water. Like, this is kind of the only hole, and then it gets shallow again. Granted, this does lead to other chains of ponds and creeks, but you know, this is kind of it. So these fish are stuck here, and they're hungry. They're willing to eat a big bait. That's got to be one of the best first catches of any video we've ever filmed at a pond. That fish crushed this 9-inch glide. I'm hearing sirens, guys on 0 turns, people honking. This is beautiful, man. I love it. Let's keep cranking. Pond number 2. So far, we're 1 for 1 on ponds. 1 bite, 1 pond. Hopefully we can make it happen here. This one's a little bit more unique. This is like truly an urban pond. The whole surrounding edge of this little waterway is concrete. You could definitely tell that this is an area that is heavily populated. It might get fished often too, so hopefully we can get them to bite. I want to show you guys what I've brought to this specific location. I've got a 5-inch lunker log on spinning gear, a frog, because there is some good emergent grass. Emergent grass basically just means like scum or some sort of vegetation that's on top. So I want to bring the frog through that, little filthy frog. And of course, we've got the killer for today, that being the 9-inch glide. The water's kind of clear here, so I think we can have an opportunity on all 3 of these rods. It's good to have some options when you're bank banging and fishing an area you haven't fished in quite some time. Actually, last time I fished here was maybe 5 years ago, so I have no idea if there's even fish in this still, but one way to find out. Oh my gosh, getting terrorized by the bluegill. Switch it up, let's try the frog. There's a bit of slop on that back end. Got him. Oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. On the frog. I knew it was gonna play. I knew it was gonna play. Oh my gosh, that was cool. It's a good one too, it's not bad. Golly! Let's go. Dude, one pond, catch him on a swim bait, the other, catch him on a frog. This is a fun day of fishing. Look where that fish came out of. This grass may look gross to non-anglers, but this is where the fish live. They live in the cheese. Stuck that guy on the Guggen Filthy Frog. If you guys want to pick some of these frogs up, or the lunker logs we're using today, use my code John B. Link down in the description. All that aside though, we got ourselves another bass. We're 2 for 2 now, boys. Let's freaking go. That's a healthy 1-pounder. Any size fish is fun on top. Let's go. Past couple times I've been on the boat, it's been a struggle, but every time we hit the bank, it's a successful day. Let's get him back. Time to send old Jimbo back into the, oh my gosh, back into the urban water you go. Here, wait, hang on. Caleb, you got a little something in your lens there. All right, look at all this scum, dude. Most lures aren't gonna go through this, but the one lure that always seemed to prevail is a frog, and it's got the written instructions for the bass right on top too. Eat me. So they're not confused as to what to do when they see that thing coming across their territory. It's the fun thing about frog fishing is like, you can kind of fish an area for quite some time because it's like, you know, you've got all this hidden shaded grass where these fish hide under, and you could work a stretch of mat for quite some time and still get bit. Even in the same area you just plucked one off from. Oh my gosh. I don't think it was very big, but it was a fish. Golly, dang it. Swing and a miss. You're out. Spot numero 3. Probably doesn't look like it, but there is a juicy little honey hole just right around here. Let's see if we can get bit. Oh, what the f? Dude, there's a catfish in like an inch of water. Hang on, don't walk too close. There's a bass right here. I see him. There's a catfish right there. Why would you put catfish in a pond you can't fish? Catfish serve no purpose in a pond. He's right here. I just saw him earlier. Yeah, he's right there. He's on a bed, I think. Oh, spooked like crazy. Damn it. Maybe he'll come back. He spooked so hard. No, first time.
All the big 5-pounders are on that other side of the pond on the right side.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Dude, people in Texas are so nice. Like, back home up north, if you're fishing a spot like this that is quote unquote questionable as far as, you know, the law goes to fish, they'd kick us out. They'd be like, get out of here. But this dude literally just walking past, he's like, hey man, if you want all the 5-pounders, you gotta go over there. So wherever over there is, we're gonna go check it out. Oh my God, dude, there's water pumping out right here. This is game over. There's a bass right here. Dude, this pond might be the best one we've found. I've actually never fished this pond before. This looks so good. There's a little bass right there. Dude, this pond looks sick. Some current right there. I'm gonna see if I can get a glide eater to come up. I'm actually shocked I didn't just get thwarted right there. There is a lot of stuff going on in this pond right now that makes me believe this could have some big ones in it. Right in the current. Come on, I know there's a fish. Oh, I got swirled on. Big swirl, big swirl, big fish, big fish. Just missed it. Holy shit. That was a big fish. I didn't feel him at all. He could still be on it. Oh my gosh, that was a nice one. Something big just swirled on that swim bait. Like to get another glide eater today. It seems like that's what they're interested in. They're aggressive in these ponds right now. It's warm, it's hot. Early summer in Texas, they're fired up. Damn, dude, I know there's many fish in there. They're just being finicky. Damn it. What's going on?
We're on private property.
Okay.
Okay, where's the sign?
Where at? Right there? Yeah. Oh, gotcha. I might stick around though, honestly. Have a good one. Oh yeah, there it is. No fishing. Got it. Well, we just got booted from this sick little spot. Seeing lots of bass. I will say they seem a little finicky. Makes me think this definitely does get fished. There were some signs, I must admit, but the guy that kicked us out was a little rude about it. He's just like, you guys can leave. And I was like, I really don't want to. This is a really good spot. It looks amazing. Unfortunately, we're gonna count this. Spot number 3 didn't get a fish. It's kind of a bummer. I don't know. I just hate when people get grumpy about fishing. Like, we're really respectful anglers. Aside from the fact that we're fishing here, we're not supposed to. Not littering. I'm not walking on any like the petunias, the hardscape. I'm trying to keep it very respectful. And I put back everything I catch and I bring home any trash. But I get it though. It's PP, which stands for private property. Let's get out of here. Spot number 4. It's just a super clear, flat lake. I don't know how the fish in here survive when it gets cold in Texas, because it will get freezing. Surprisingly, people think Texas is like a very warm state. It is, but in the wintertime, it gets to like sometimes in the single digits, which is cold for the south. Regardless, there are bass in here and they live year round, and there are some big ones. I've never caught some of the big ones in here, but I've seen them. So with that in mind, let's get started with the old glide ski. Oh, dude. Big one. Might have to break out the nuke punch for this guy. Okay. I'm rigged and ready with the old nukie punch. We've located a nice shallow bass. I think it's on a bed. It's a good one. It's probably about a 2 or 3 pounder. I tied on the nuke punch. We're gonna see if we can get him to eat. He's just literally right here. We're not casting a shadow on this fish. He probably sees us because we can see him. I'm always a firm believer if a fish can see you. I'm a firm believer in that if you can see a fish, there's like a 50-50 chance they can see you. Not all the time, but most of the time. So we're gonna see if we can get him to eat. He's kind of off the little spot right now, but he might come in on it. I'm throwing like literally the best sight fishing bait I have in my arsenal. I threw the lunker log in there earlier and it did not care, but something about those two little flappers on the nuke punch gets him fired up. The bandito bug's great too, but I always try to start with the nuke punch. It's just a super subtle technique, but it kicks enough to piss him off. Oh, she's gonna eat it. She's grabbed it.
Got her. Oh, that's a nice one, dude. That's way bigger than I thought. That's a nice fish. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here, partner. Come here.
It's way bigger than I thought. That was like a 2-pounder.
Oh, wow, that was sick. That was sick. That's a good fish. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. Come here, come here, come here.
Oh, dude, look at the size of that bass. That might be our second biggest of the day. I legitimately thought it was a 2-pounder. We're gonna get a quick look and send her right back on her bed. Didn't anticipate doing any bed fishing. It's not my favorite thing to do, but on the ponds, it's a lot of fun. That is a unit. Absolutely crushed the nuke punch. We are now 3 for 4 on these ponds, and the big ones are eating. There she goes. That was so sick, man. Put it there, Caleb. We're not getting many fish today, but we've got 2 really nice ones, and we caught a fish at the second spot on a frog, which is just an extra, honestly. Let's keep going, see if we get another bite.
Oh, there we go. There's another one.
Another one. Whew. Decent little 2-pounder. We will take him. Beautiful fish. This might be our last one in this location. And then we're on to spot number 5. Nice bass. So sick, man. Whew. Hammered it too. The nuke punch is goated in this pond. Absolutely swallowed it. One last look and we'll send him back. Later, Stinky. All right. Here we are, the last and final spot. Spot number 5. So far we're 3 for 4, and the only reason why I think we're 3 for 4 right now is because we got kicked out of the 3rd spot, which was lame as hell, but you know, it is what it is. This spot looks really good. Never fished this one either. Fished some new waters today, which is kind of cool. Definitely gonna revisit some of these ponds later throughout the year, but this one looks solid. It's got some clean water, a bit of sludge that we found on the second pond. Nice fountain. It's a tiny little ditch, but should hold something, I would think. Only one way to find out. Well, things aren't looking too good right now. I know I just got here. I've only been fishing it for probably less than 5 minutes, but I'm not seeing any sign of life. No turtles, no bluegill, not even any like little tiny bait fish. It's one thing I always try to look for when I'm fishing a new pond is like, is there life? Is there at least something in a pond? Because chances are if there's bluegill around, there's probably bass, you know? But I'm not seeing anything. It could be because this pond's new. It also could be that they put chemicals in here that killed the fish, which is actually pretty common in urban spots, but I don't know. I'm gonna see it through. However, it does not look promising at the moment. Kind of a bummer. This pond looks good. It's got the sludge, it's got some good shade, the bank's all rocky, but it may not have any bass. We'll see it through though. Never know. Well, Wieners, that was a mega disappointment. Just fished that pond for about 20-30 minutes. I not only did not get a bite, but I didn't even see a single fish, turtle, snake, amphibian, not even the Loch Ness Monster. Nothing was in that pond. That is just a symptom of pond hopping and trying new spots. It's a trial of elimination. Wait for this fast car to pass us. Nice V8 bi-turbo. Anyway, wanted to give you guys a little something before we peace out. For all of you loyal folks out there that click through and watch to the end of the video, I want to talk about the 4 rods that I used today. These are the 4 rods that I would bring on any sort of pond fishing mission. It's important to pack light. You know, most guys just bring 1 rod. I like 4 because I'm extra and I like options. I've said it before. First rod, 7'3". This is my flippin' pitching rod. I always this time of year, keep a Guggen Baits Nuke Punch on there, whether I'm sight fishing for betters or if I'm just flipping around reeds or any sort of cover, if I'm just dragging off the bank. This is the deal. Little 1/4 ounce weight gets the job done. And the next rod we used today, which unfortunately did not get any bites, is the good old-fashioned tried and true Wacky Worm Lunker Log. This is on a 6'9" finesse stick, 15-pound braid with some 10-pound fluorocarbon. Money. That is all you need to know. And then the last 2 rods are a little bit more fun, and these ones actually did the best for us, and that is the old frogging stick. I like a 7-foot frogging stick. I'm just a little bit different in that sense. You can even go shorter or longer, just depends on your personal preference. 65-pound braid, fast gear ratio reel, 7.3 to 1 is perfect. And on the end of this whole setup, I've got a Guggen Baits Filthy Frog, which got us a very nice bite today. And lastly, the bait that started it all for us, a big 9-inch Clash. This is it's kind of the MVP for today. It didn't get the most fish, but it got a lot of followers, and it did get us our first big one. This is on an 8-foot heavy rod. This rod's rated for 9-ounce lures. You want a really heavy rod for this. 22-pound fluorocarbon, slow gear ratio reel, big 300 size reel. Perfect for holding a lot of line and handling that bait. If I honestly were to dumb it down though, and if you want to just roll with 2 rods, I would get the 7-foot medium heavy, and I'd get the 6'9" or a 6'8" spinning rod, and I'd just go from there. Bring a bag full of tackle. I got this at a CVS. Keep it simple. It's a cooler for your beverages, but I use it for baits just because it's a giant crater where I can just stuff Guggen plastics in there and terminal tackle. Everything I mentioned will be linked down below. So if you want to start pond fishing and hitting it from the bank today, you can check the link down below. Use my code JohnB to save 10% off at GuggenSquad.com. Enough of that though. We are peacing out, signing out. I just want to say thank you guys for watching yet another video. Be sure to drop a comment. Let us know where we should film and fish next, and we'll make it happen. As always, folks, keep fishing. Never stop.